The Renaissance. A period of history, a time of culture, an era of theology, philosophy, invention, and of course art. But what happens when modern photographers capture this phenomenal aesthetic? Well, it looks something like this. The Renaissance followed the Middle Ages and is characterized by the rise of humanism and classical scholarship. We explored new continents, we examined the stars, and our trade flourished. Now, with this rise of a global economy and the advent of humanism, artists began to take a more individualized view of man. Italian painter Masaccio is considered to be the father of Renaissance art. In the span of only 6 years, Masaccio radically transformed Florentine painting, utilizing vibrant colors, detailed shading, and a high degree of naturalism in his work. This marks Masaccio as a pivotal figure in Renaissance painting, along the likes of Caravaggio and Johannes Vermeer. Now, Caravaggio's painting, in a word, is intense. Vibrant colors, movement, and dramatic lighting emphasize details of gestures or facial expressions. Caravaggio is the master when it comes to capturing motion and movement. Johannes Vermeer, on the other hand, began his work in the 1650s, painting large-scale biblical and mythological scenes. However, his later work depicts beautiful, candid portraits of daily life in interior settings, with men and women working, playing music, and engaging in other daily activities. Renaissance art often depicts human figures in dynamic motion with vivid expression. They're not flat and two-dimensional like early medieval art, but have embraced the three-dimensional, expressing mass and movement. They are often geometric, with defined lines or geometric details. One of the main aspects is lighting, which is crucial to Renaissance artists, as it brings their pieces together. The light in Renaissance paintings is sometimes even more of a character than the person who was painted. Light conveys emotion, insight, and even divine revelation. Now, there has been a phenomenon in modern photography known as the accidental Renaissance. As Liminal.xyz describes, accidental Renaissance is a phenomenon in which pictures taken by civilians, without a second thought, the elements aligned to create a picture of perfect balance of light, movement, and perspective in the picture, transcending a universal commentary on humanity. Indeed, these pictures resemble Renaissance paintings, but without any premeditation. Made popular by the subreddit r/accidental Renaissance, this new style of photography has taken the internet by storm. Amateur photographers, professionals, and even your everyday passerby have begun sharing their photography, all with the hashtag #accidental Renaissance. These images mirror their century-old counterparts with their vivid lighting, dynamic motion, and vivid expression. Many of the images appear to have been taken in the spur of the moment, mimicking the work of Vermeer, while others seem slightly more pre-editated with clear framing and composition, though often without the subject's awareness. For example, here's a photograph I took of my friend Nathan, and as you can see, it mirrors many of the characteristics we've discussed present in Renaissance art. Now, you can ignore Van Gogh's Starry Night in the corner. Van Gogh lived in the 1800s, long after the Renaissance. As you can see, the photo captures our subject, Nathan, dashing young man, in a state of contemplation, the warm light illuminating not only the side of his face, but also resting on the Bible in front of him. Nathan's gaze also draws the viewer gaze down toward the scripture, passing the cross necklace on his way. The colors are vibrant, with Nathan's orange shirt complementing the green plant behind him, and the orange of the terracotta pot it sits in. And as a matter of fact, it even complements the orange in the painting just beside him. I guess you should ignore Van Gogh's Starry Night, after all. The photo is also very geometric, with the squares on the chessboard and the shelves behind Nathan reminding us of that classical scholarship of the Renaissance and the works of Leonardo da Vinci. If you want to take accidental Renaissance photography, there are several key aspects that you need to keep in mind. The first is humanistic representation. You need to capture your subject in all of their humanity. Joy, sadness, anger, serenity, the wide gambit of human emotion. Second, you need to use dynamic motion or vivid expression. You can also accent that with vivid lighting and geometric composition. However, all of this hinges on your spontaneity and candidness. Remember, meander a minute too long, and you just might miss the moment to mimic a master.